You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Presumptive Democratic presidential candidate and Scranton native Joe Biden visited northeastern PA this afternoon. Biden arrived at McGregor Industries in Lackawanna County to a crowd of cheers and some jeers. He toured the metalworks facility and talked about his economic recovery plan for America, especially from the COVID-19 health crisis. Part of his agenda is to raise corporate taxes to help invest in the nation's growth. Vice President Mike Pence visited the Commonwealth today as well, and is set to make his final stop in Philadelphia tonight to address the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge. The names of the 2 teens that drowned Tuesday in the Susquehanna River have been released. 17-year-old Devin Niswich and 15-year-old Jerry Ramondi Jr. unfortunately lost their lives while playing in the river near Plymouth. Both were Wyoming Valley West High School students. Rescue crews were called shortly before 5 p.m. Tuesday for a report of a possible drowning. The boys' bodies were recovered nearly 5 hours later, about 30 feet from shore. Autopsies revealed that they died from accidental drowning. A vigil was held last night where friends and family gathered to mourn the loss. Funds were set up to help pay for the boys' funeral expenses. Faith Baptist Church set up an account with the First Keystone Community Bank branch. People could also donate on GoFundMe. Grief counselors were available at the school for both students and faculty. A Luzerne County man was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a teenager over 4th of July weekend. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department received a report that 44-year-old Robert Richard Tomko, who sometimes went by the name Ruth, allegedly sexually assaulted a 14-year-old over the holiday weekend. Undercover officers then posed as the victim and received numerous explicit texts from Tomko, proclaiming his love for the teen. Officials in Wilkes-Barre are on a mission to repeal Act 43, which legalized the sale and use of aerial fireworks in Pennsylvania. Dozens of residents met last night as part of the Wilkes-Barre Crime Watch Coalition at Mennonite School Hall. Mayor George Brown asked residents to contact their legislators and the governor for the repeal. Police Chief Joe Coffey said the department received numerous complaints and made several arrests over 4th of July weekend. He said fireworks in the city are dangerous and should be outlawed. A petition was also started to form letters. Official phone numbers and addresses can be found at wilkes-barre.city. Luzerne County Central Court was closed Wednesday to be deep cleaned and sterilized over coronavirus concerns. President Judge Michael Vo ordered the court to be closed after an attorney who appeared in court Tuesday found out his wife tested positive for COVID-19. According to Vo, the attorney was in the courtroom that morning and didn't know his wife tested positive until later that day. Crews were busy cleaning and sanitizing the building after it was closed down. A Ringtown man was caught red-handed as police nabbed him exiting a Schuylkill County business he allegedly burglarized. State police responded to Nordic Tool and Die Company in East Union Township for a report of a burglary in process on the early morning hours of July 1st. Troopers took 30-year-old Gregory Fitch into custody as he exited the front door. He was charged with burglary, criminal trespass, possessing instruments of crime, and criminal mischief. Fitch was taken to jail for lack of $25,000 bail, but has since posted bond. $10 million is now available for Pennsylvania businesses that have worked to maintain access to fresh, healthy food amidst the pandemic. This morning, Governor Tom Wolf made the Fresh Food Financing Initiative COVID-19 Relief Fund, funded through the CARES Act, officially available to for-profit, nonprofit, and cooperative entities facing COVID-19 economic hardships.
It's important throughout this that we maintain the progress we made in assuring that every Pennsylvanian has access to fresh food, that every Pennsylvanian has access to a healthy and balanced diet. And so we need to continue to support places like this through thick and thin.
All were shocked to see food store shelves empty this spring after COVID-19 disrupted and revealed the gaps in how and where we access our food. So, the $10 million will provide funding for Pennsylvania grocery, corner, and convenience stores, bodegas and food hubs, neighborhood mobile farmers and on-farm markets, urban farms, and food aggregation centers, with a direct connection to direct-to-consumer retail outlets.
The Fresh Food Financing Initiative can also help offset the COVID-19 costs that would otherwise be passed along to consumers in the form of higher prices, thereby addressing the second question of food security, is the food affordable?
To be eligible, more than 50% of sales must be from staple and perishable foods to consumers, and the retailer must service customers that live in a low to moderate income area. Applicants also need to provide access to affordable, high-quality fresh produce, meat and dairy products, and other healthy grocery items for low to moderate income shoppers, as well as accept SNAP and WIC to the max extent possible.
It's really important in times like these that we're living in now to recognize the truth behind that well-worn phrase that good nutrition supports good health. Good nutrition protects us from illness and disease, and just like our masks and hand sanitizers protect us from the threat of coronavirus, so too does a healthy, nutritious diet.
Grant funds will be given to eligible applicants for COVID-19 related impacts incurred between March 1st and November 30th, and applications will be accepted now through August 14th.
Our local farmers markets, corner stores, grocers, both large and small, nonprofits, co-ops, minority-owned businesses, they will all benefit greatly from this funding. This funding will help get healthy food on more people's plates. It will help bolster business revenues, it will help retain employees, and keep more Pennsylvanians working.
Be sure to check out agriculture.pa.gov/food security for all the details. 'Tis the season, Pennsylvanians. A friendly reminder from the Department of Health to protect yourselves against those pesky ticks and mosquitoes. Wyln's Phil Kaufman has more.
It's the season of adventures and summer fun, but also the time where two pesky bloodsuckers are on the prowl.
We do want people to enjoy the great weather in Pennsylvania that we're having in the spring and the summer, and to enjoy all the outdoor activities that are offered in Pennsylvania. But we want people to be careful to protect themselves from getting bitten by ticks. To do that, we want people to wear light-colored clothing so that they might see a tick, the black-legged tick, and brush it away. And if possible, to wear long-legged pants where you can even tuck it into your socks, and that way the tick would have less ability to bite you in terms of your skin.
Lyme disease is transmitted by ticks. In 2019, there were 9,009 confirmed and probable cases of Lyme disease in Pennsylvania. Over time, if not treated, Lyme disease can lead to severe symptoms that affect the heart, nervous system, and joints.
We want people to use insect repellent that contains DEET, D-E-E-T, at least 20% DEET, on themselves and their children and the rest of their family, and that can also protect you from getting bitten by ticks.
You can be at risk of getting a tick anytime you're outside, which is why it's important to take steps to decrease your chances.
When you come back inside, you need to do a tick check for yourself and your family. Make sure you check the children, and if you see a tick, to remove it. You can dry the clothes in a hot dryer, and that will remove ticks, and even take a shower because the hot water will wash away ticks.
West Nile virus is another dangerous disease that Pennsylvanians should be aware of. In 2019, there were 7 total human cases of West Nile virus reported in the state. Mosquitoes that transmit West Nile breed in areas with standing water. Most people infected with West Nile virus do not develop any symptoms, but about 1 in 5 will have symptoms that resemble other illnesses. It can also lead to other serious conditions. If you are having symptoms consistent with those caused from an insect or tick bite, contact your local healthcare provider right away. For more information on ticks and Lyme disease or on mosquitoes and West Nile virus, visit the Department of Health website or follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. Coming up on Wyln News, we hear from John's Family Restaurant and how their pandemic operations are going. Plus, one big but good boy was rescued by the Frackville Fire Department Wednesday. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Melania, and a few of them today is going to be sunny out.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
From the bottom of our hearts, the WYLN TV 35 family would like to say thank you to all essential workers for your service to our community and for keeping us safe.
Many restaurants are welcoming back their customers, including a certain longtime Hazel Township establishment. Our Julie Stefanovich stopped by John's Family Restaurant to see what they're serving up.
Good food and friendly service. That's what John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall in Hazel Township is all about. For the past 10 years, customers have been frequenting the restaurant for the down-home cooking and welcoming staff. Unfortunately, like many businesses, John's had to shut down due to the pandemic. But now they're back. Owner John Kale reopened the doors just a few short weeks ago.
We've seen a lot of regular customers come back. We're slowly building up. We started out a little slow, but it's gradually getting there.
Customers can expect to see a few changes as the business is following health and safety guidelines. Booth dividers have been added, condiments aren't left on the tables, and everyone, including the kitchen staff, are wearing masks.
Everybody wears a mask and gloves. It's really hot back there, and it's really hot to wear a mask, but we do it. We get through it. It's getting used to it.
Customers can either dine in or order takeout as the restaurant moves full steam ahead.
You know what, it varies. Some days it's all takeout, and some days there's a crowd here. It just depends on what day, but it is picking up. Every day it gets a little better. Regulars are starting to come back and come out, and that's a good thing. So.
John's is open 7 days a week and has plenty of items on the menu to choose from.
We do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, very reasonable prices, and a lot of it's homemade soups, which we really sell a lot of homemade soups, and a lot of different sandwiches and variety of platters. And generally we have a good repeat crowd, even their first time here, they say they're coming back, so that's a good thing.
John's Family Restaurant at the Churchill Mall is open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 to 7 and Sundays from 8 until 2. For takeout, call 570-455-8133. In Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Miracle Commercial Real Estate Services is asking to open an industrial park on more than 200 acres in Hazel Township. Miracle purchased the recently designated industrial zone for $3.27 million back in February of 2019. The company applied for $10 million from the state for Phase 1 of the proposal on the land, now called Crossroads Point Business Park. The state gave Miracle a $4 million grant and $6 million loan to pay for the roads and earthwork, as well as pipelines for water, sewer, and gas. The site borders Route 924 on the north, Route 424 on the south, Route 309 on the east, and I-81 on the west. If all goes according to Miracle's plan so far, the land could be worth $45,000 to $55,000 an acre, or as much as $12.65 million. House passed a bill yesterday as part of a crucial Medicaid fraud reform bill package. Representative Aaron Coffer's House Bill 2350 passed the House yesterday, 164 to 37. The legislation's aimed at strengthening requirements for Medicaid providers, ensuring taxpayer funds are being used responsibly, providing stronger system oversight, and making proper adjustments to the Medicaid system to increase its usefulness and reliability. House Bill 2350 joins the other recent Medicaid bills heading up to Senate for consideration. Thanks to the Frackville Fire Department, one big but good boy lives to bark another day. The department was called Wednesday night around 7 for a St. Bernard that made its way onto a porch roof in the borough. According to Fire Chief Bill Lindenmuth, Pete the St. Bernard opened an already slightly open second-floor window and made his way out back onto a porch roof. Owners were unable to get Pete back in through the window, so fire personnel were called in for the special assignment. The department ended up getting Pete into a Stokes basket and onto their ladder to lower him to safe ground. Coming up on Drum's News Choice, we take a trip down to Hillside SPA and Community and You, where you should consider donating. Plus, we're rocking the county, Luzerne County that is, so don't go away.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
Like many essential businesses, Hillside SPCA in Pottsville has been working tirelessly to take care of and find forever homes for animals in Schuylkill County. The shelter has rode the waves of the health crisis and continues to carry on with its mission.
Times are tough. People, I guess everyone is struggling, but we have done a newsletter and also a raffle, and people have been great about sending in what they can right now. And that is helping us to continue doing what we're doing. So they could keep with the donations, $1, $2, every little bit helps us keep going.
A special fund was set up years ago to help with the medical needs of the animals at the shelter. Donations help nurse the fur babies back to health.
Donations to Joe and Caroline's fund. That fund was started by Barbara Umloff when her children passed. and that helps us pay all the medical expenses for any animals that come in that have been neglected or have any kind of medical needs. All the money that comes in for those bills goes directly to those medical bills, and that can be, you can donate at hillsidespca.com. You can go right to Joe and Caroline's fund and put your donation right towards the medical bills for any animals that have been neglected or need any kind of medical attention.
Hillside has seen an increase of adoptions during the pandemic, and Boyd hopes that once people go back to their normal daily routines, that their new family members adjust as well.
So hopefully we won't have an increase in when people go back to work in anxiety with the pets, with the people going back to work. We're hoping that it's a smooth transition with everyone, us going yellow, everyone going back to work, that the animals will adjust well, because we have had quite an increase in adoptions.
The nonprofit shelter relies on the generosity of the community to help keep them up and running.
We're pretty good on supplies right now. The monetary donations are what we really need at the moment. We can always use blankets and dog beds. We really need a couple of wading pools for the dogs. Our wading pools broke, so if anybody can find a sweet little wading pool for the big dogs, they love those in the hot weather.
Spring is cat and kitten season, and there are programs out there to help control the feral cat population.
We do have different people that would accept feral cats at barns, farms, stuff like that. We also have a stay and neuter release program where if you want to keep your feral cat on your property, you can do that, and they get their shots and they get spayed and neutered, and it calms them down quite a bit, and you can just keep them on your property, which is the most humane thing to do, because then they're not traumatized by going to a shelter if they're feral, because a lot of the cats are wild, and it's just a very traumatic experience for them.
And speaking of cats, June is Adopt a Cat Month.
You can come down and look at our kitties. If anybody comes down and they can't afford a cat, we always have different sponsorships going on, but our cats are pretty inexpensive. So if you're looking for a kitty, we have some really good kittens and cats. Come down and see us.
There are around 150 cats and 65 dogs currently in need of good homes.
They can either come to the shelter between 11 and 3, or they can look at our pets on petfinder.com and the hillsidespca.com websites, and they can apply online. They can call us and we can arrange a meeting, or they can just show up between 11 and 3, 7 days a week.
For more info, visit hillsidespca.com.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Catch us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, where you'll learn all about massage therapy and the benefits of that in chiropractic. We'll see you this week.
That WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media? Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
now more than ever.
WYLN is your local news leader.
Although Luzerne County's Rockin' the River was canceled this year, have no fear. A traveling roadshow may be coming to a location near you. The new Rockin' the County series will feature local bands playing on a flatbed truck as they slowly make their way through local neighborhoods. Residents can safely watch the performances from their porches or lawns. One tour is scheduled to stop in Hazleton July 17th when the Indigo Moon Brass Band passes through town. Other shows will be held in Wilkes-Barre, Pittston, Nanticoke, and Kingston. 2020's Great Allentown Fair became the latest victim of a coronavirus cancellation. The 2020 fair was originally scheduled for September 1st through 7th. With all the uncertainty surrounding the pandemic, it was recently rescheduled to happen August 31st through September 6th in 2021. Tickets are on sale now for 2021's concert dates by visiting allentownfairpa.org. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's Real Facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide